From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
the pathway to entrepreneurship for America's veterans is not always an easy one. Courtney, Zaugg, and Venture Vets are trying to do something about that.
Looking for ways to save on your energy bills? AES Indiana has you covered. From smart thermostats to home energy assessments, we offer simple solutions to keep your home comfortable and your costs down. AES can help you save money and energy with kits, tips, rebates, and more. Visit aesindiana.com/ways to save to learn more about how we can help you save money. AES Indiana, helping you discover real ways to save.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
So I'm Courtney Zaugg. I am a spouse of a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm an economic developer by training, but we're also entrepreneurs, and we have organized Venture Vets, which is a community initiative supporting veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs here in Indiana. I think the key about Veterans Day, and as it relates to entrepreneurship, is that there's still a lot of active duty military that are transitioning out into the civilian world. And while there are more resources available for folks wanting to start their own businesses, there's still quite a long bridge that needs to happen to help them have an easier pathway into entrepreneurship. You know, my husband's been out for almost 20 years now, and so things have progressed, but it's still frankly not enough, right? It could be a lot easier for folks that are coming from just being deployed, getting out of the military, to what are my options if I want to start a business? What are my options if I want to buy a business? What are my options if I want to buy a franchise of a business? And so thinking about that in relation to folks that have served, I think it's important to remember that these folks have given a lot. Their families have given a lot. And so how better to pay service and pay honor to them than to support them in their journey after they're out, like entrepreneurship. The difficulties with folks that are transitioning from the military into civilian life and wanting to start a business right away are that there's no playbook. Right? So in the military, they have SOPs, they have playbooks, there's an order of events, there's a chain of command. And in entrepreneurship, you are building the plane as you're flying the plane as you build it. And I think that frame of reference sometimes is difficult. But that's why peer groups and getting connected to folks that have gone through the process, both with transitioning out but also in entrepreneurship, is critical, because then you can save years of pain, and you can save hours of phone calls trying to get to the right answer, when you should just come to a Venture Vets event or a meeting and meet with an entrepreneur and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. I don't know what I'm doing. How did you start? And we'll share it. Frankly, that's how Nathan and I, it's why the work that we do is that's what happened with us when we started. People just called and said, hey, we know you started this construction company. I have this idea. How did you do it? I think reach out to other veteran and military families that have recently transitioned out. I think peer groups are really important, both in generally transitioning back into civilian life, but it's particularly important when you're in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is hard. It's lonely. And so I think when you're compounding that with the challenges of transitioning into, frankly, a different life, it's important to get connected to a peer group. And so a lot of things that we do with Venture Vets is we hold monthly meetings for the broader military connected community. You can, we'd love for the entrepreneurs to come, but frankly, it's for the broader community if you're not an entrepreneur too, because we understand that community and the connectedness is critical for transitioning successfully back into the civilian world. So Global Entrepreneurship Week is in November, and that's where we're celebrating all entrepreneurs, but especially in relation to Veterans Day. We'll pay special honor to folks that have served and then are also building businesses, contributing to the common economy, creating jobs that impact our everyday life here in Indiana.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities Podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunities Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.